Good morning. Welcome to your program Agenda here on Cignal TV, One News Channels 8 and 250. I'm your host, Cito Beltran, thanking you for joining us today on this Friday, the 17th of November, 2023. Thank you to all our Cignal TV subscribers. And of course, thank you to those of you who watch us via Facebook and on YouTube and of course on the Cignal Play app. Maraming salamat din po to PLDT Home Fiber Optic Internet for their laging maasahang service which allows Agenda to air in many places in the country. Today, we are going to have a very interesting feature. It's about I don't know what to call it. It's a cultural uh, it's a commercial cultural venue. It's a store. It's a chain of store. It's It's iconic in the Philippines. We are going to talk about a store, a place, a chain of store, a store within a store. Okay, that has attracted both Filipinos and foreigners. It is the go-to place for people who want to buy Filipiniana, hard to find Philippine products or unique Philippine products. In fact, that is where I recently went to buy my barong of all places. Dati medyo pasosi-sosi pa tayo, hecho derecho, we would have it tailor-made. And someone told me, Kuyang, don't exhaust yourself going back and forth to the tailor. Just go to this store. You go there anyway. They have a lineup of barongs. Believe me, I was so impressed. Not only were the selection, and you know, I'm not a small person, ladies and gentlemen. The selection was superb. The price is very affordable, and the staff were very helpful. So we're going to talk about that store today. But of course, first, let's do our daily starter. And today, our daily starter goes, life is so short, you won't be here forever. Sabi nga, pati EDSA nakaka-move on na. Okay, you won't be here forever. The best way to live is to live for something bigger than yourself. Okay, yesterday I was in a mall and I happened to meet the former Trade Secretary Peter Fabila and his wife. And Sir Peter was talking to me about, you know, they wanted to get into farming, etc. But they read my column, and I said in my column that if you want to go into farming, you should start at 40 or 50 and not older, because it requires a lot of physical strength. You need a lot of time to grow trees, etc. And so they decided not to. But I encouraged Sir Peter and I said, you know what? At our age, live for someone else. Go and find a candidate. Go look for someone who you can still send through college and give the family a future. That's living for something bigger than yourself. So good morning, Sir Peter Fabula and your wife. And of course, ayoko magsabi ng name, baka mali ang masabi ko, mabatukan ako ni Sir Peter. Okay, my memory is so bad nowadays. Anyway, that's our daily starter. Life is so short. You won't be here forever. The best way to live is to live for something bigger than yourself. Let's now go to the front page of the Philippine Star. Excuse me. And the headline for today, November 17, 2023, Rodi tells Congress, be wary of AFP and PNP. Ex-President cries oppression. Former President Rodrigo Duterte has warned that people should keep an eye on the armed forces of the Philippines and the Philippine National Police amid recent political developments, particularly in the House of Representatives. So ayan po tayo. Okay, yan po tayo, and that is something that we have raised in the past, okay? Well, the last thing you want to be is like Thailand, Myanmar, etc. Meanwhile, at the top of the front page, impeach Sara, buzz swirls in House, leaders douse rumors. Kumalat daw, umikot daw yung chismis na gustong ipa-impeach si Sara Duterte as Vice President by someone or certain people within Congress, or may nagpapaikot ng chismis and leaders douse rumors. Pero mahirap pong patayin yung chismis na ganyan because meron dyan din ang galing yung pag-welcome sa ICC, pag-aral or to study the number of deaths. Sabi nila, excess deaths during COVID. Clearly, there are members of Congress who are trying to come up with their own bright ideas on how to harass the Dutertes. Meanwhile, Duterte unfazed by dilemma helping ICC. Sabi raw po ni former President, magsama-sama na kayo ng ICC. And then, U.S. Vice President reaffirms commitment to defense of the Philippines. Thank you, Madam Kamala Harris, pero we don't want a war. And if that's what it takes for you to prove your commitment, wag na lang, okay? Meanwhile, Philippines-U.S. firms ink 5 key agreements. While President Bongbong Marcos was in San Francisco, or is still maybe in San Francisco, the Philippines and the U.S. have signed 5 key agreements, including one on giving Manila its first satellites dedicated to providing internet connectivity to far-flung areas. Good luck on that. Kasi pati nga yung maganda raw na internet satellite, wala rin. Okay. Maynilad facility processes wastewater for potable reuse. And that photo there shows employees drinking water at Maynilad's reclamation facility, a new treatment plant in Parañaque City where wastewater is treated and undergoes purification, including ultrafiltration and disinfection. Makabili nga ng ganyang equipment. Anyway, Bato, Remulla, Slam Rapporteur's call to scrap NTF-ELCAC. Bakit nga naman hindi? Nandito kayo para mag-investigate ng mga debts, tapos gusto nyo tanggalin yung NTF-ELCAC. Parang, teka, out of bounds yata. Lumampas ka na ng boundary mo. ING Phoenix 2023 CFO of the Year Award goes to Ascens Cora Dizon. Yan po, okay. 8th batch of OFWs returning from Israel. And after summit talks, Biden again calls Xi Jinping a dictator. Talagang, ewan ko, ibang klase. Nakipagkamayan ka, nakipag-usap ka, pagkatapos ininsulto mo. Anyway, last but not the least, the merriest Christmas is at Robinson's Mall, here in the photo on the bottom of the Philippine Star. Paskong Pasko na po. I hope all of you can get into the mood. I am definitely trying. It's going to take a while, but Merry Christmas in advance. Okay, we'll go for a quick break. And when we return, we're going to talk about that store I was telling you, the store within a store, the store that Filipinos and foreigners go to, the store that if you haven't gone to, you need to discover here on Agenda.
Perhaps few other brands exude love for the country like Kultura. A retail store that has now grown into numerous branches nationwide, Kultura takes pride in offering a wide range of Filipino products. This includes traditional crafts, textile, fashion, home decor, and souvenirs that reflect the country's culture and heritage. Kultura's advocacy is centered around preserving and promoting Philippine culture. By featuring authentic and locally made items, the store not only contributes to the economic livelihood of Filipino artisans, but also helps in the preservation of traditional craftsmanship and indigenous art forms. Kultura is also known for putting the spotlight on Filipinas, especially women artisans behind handcrafts and local industries. Last March, Kultura used the hashtag Celebrate Every Filipina series, where they featured a diverse range of amazing women who embody what it means to be an empowered Filipina in today's society. Let's get to know more about the company on today's agenda.
Sheila Tan has been serving as the head of operations for Kultura Store Incorporated since 2015. Prior to this, Tan worked in business development for the BPO industry before bringing her expertise to retail.
Good morning, Sheila. Welcome to the program agenda.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
Okay. I don't know where to begin, but I guess the first question is, how did you end up running the Kultura store coming from BPO, business processing, outsourcing? Parang, hello, ang layo ng connection.
Yeah, well, I think it's it's a good story actually. So I've been doing business development for almost 12 years, right? And then I was doing a lot of different work for different locations as well. And at the same time, when I decided to stay put, I decided to come back home to the Philippines. So I decided to really bring that expertise to another industry. Thus, the retail industry came in, and this opportunity gave me the chance to really work with the biggest retailer as well as the SM Group. And then I was assigned in Kultura.
Yeah, well, you must have had quite a background, a professional history to be invited or to be asked by the SM group to join them, because I know that the SM group only picks, people who are really experienced veterans in their field, but you don't seem to have any retailing background. What convinced them to get you?
Well, I guess, handling different businesses, like in different locations, like not just in the Philippines, but all over the world. And at the same time, managing people, given that the retail space is really, especially in operations, it's really managing people management. It's one big thing is really the people management, how to drive the process, how to do compliance and all these things. And that's basically my expertise in terms of doing business development, right?
Okay, now, so you came in from abroad, from other companies, you come into the SM group, and then they tell you to handle Kultura. I remember when Kultura started, it was like it looked more like a test. An idea under test. It was small in the corner, and then suddenly, boom! It went big time. Could you walk us through that process?
Well, I think Kultura really is the vision of Mrs. Teresita C. Coson, right? Mm-hmm. It is the vision for her to showcase all Filipino products. And then we started out in a small section in the SM department store. We started out there. And then we move, and then we spin it off at 2004. We first opened our standalone store in SM Makati. And thus we expanded the range now from souvenir, fashion to home decor. And then now we even have food and personal care. So that allowed us to expand the range, not expanded the range. Thus, we were able to invite more suppliers and thus able to showcase really the artistry and craftsmanship the of what Philippines has to offer in terms of our products.
Yeah, I used to be in electronic consumer retail for Sony,
Mhm.
and determining what products to put on a display area or on a standalone retail outlet is a very very complicated process. But Kultura has evolved from barongs and piña and souvenir items to a huge array. Who's in charge? Are you doing that by yourself, or how complicated is the process of bringing in? I mean, you even have rum, you have chocolate with mango, you have barongs, you have, and they're not just souvenir; they're staple items that even locals buy the boxes.
So there is really it's a huge team effort, right? So we have a merchandising, we have a marketing, and we have the operations team. We work together, right? So
Mhm.
there is also product research and product development together with our suppliers. And at the same time, we invite suppliers. If it's like there is something in the market, new in the market, we invite them to join Kultura. So it's an ongoing process at the same time, right? We don't stop just
Mhm.
because we have more than 250 suppliers. We cannot stop. We have to keep on innovating. We have to keep on adding more products because, like, our small, medium enterprise suppliers are starting to also innovate, right? So there's a new product that comes up every year that is world class, like the Oro chocolate, like what you said, the chocolates, right?
Yeah.
We are becoming known. Yeah, we have really very, like the Oro. It's now it's known worldwide, right? To produce really good chocolates, and at the same time, even for wines, our gins, our Filipino um, beers, and also we're really expanding the line in terms of what we can offer to the market.
Okay, now you went from standard barongs to really modern. I mean, I love them. I
It
honestly
became
love them.
it evolved into a lifestyle store now, right? It's not
Yeah.
just really just a souvenir store. Now it's really becoming a lifestyle store, right? Really,
Hmm.
the dream actually is really for us is to make make to promote a world class product, world to compete globally, right? We have beautiful products, we have beautiful craftsmanships, and to dream is really to make sure that we can be world uh, globally known, and we can
Hmm.
compete globally and make it and also that the locals will patronize the local, like our
Well,
local products, right? So
I love
sorry.
that idea, Sheila. And well, we've got Jollibee in Hong Kong, Jollibee in
Yes.
London. We've got some other stuff in Spain. What about Cultura stores abroad?
Well, that's in the planning stage right now. We're not. I'm not saying it's going to happen soon, but it's in the planning stage, and we really want to bring this lifestyle concept store abroad, right? Because we have a lot of inquiries from our balikbayans, and at the same time from different regions of the world to say, how come you don't have stores here, right? Because you guys are offering really a wide range of product that would really showcase the Filipino products, the world class products that we have abroad. So we're in this planning stage. We're taking it a little bit slow this time, but we're in the planning stage.
My friends will tell you, Sheila, and Ma'am Tessie will tell you, I'm a very pushy person. Maybe you guys should speak with our with our Secretary of Foreign Affairs. You should speak with the Trade
Yes.
Secretary because there's always a need to showcase things about the Philippines in our embassies. We don't even have enough material, and everybody goes to Facebook. But maybe it's about time that we had a standalone, displays, if not store, call them displays in our embassies for with Cultura because you're representing everything Filipino.
Yeah, actually, we do have we get invited to do like display in the embassy, so we
Mm-hmm.
have that, but not not all the time, but we get contacted by the foreign affairs to have like a sort of like a display in their embassy if there is some meetings or economic something forum or whatever that they're hosting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it should be one thing that we need to have on a constant thing.
Okay, now speaking of a constant display or a constant presence, how many Kultura stores are there in the Philippines? Are they largely in Metro Manila or are they like SM malls spread out all over the country?
So we have 45 stores right now. So we have standalone and we still have part of the depth store. So we are in Mindanao, Visayas, and Luzon. So we're expanding at the same time. Next year we will be adding around 3 to 4 stores next year. So we're continuously expanding on a yearly basis.
Okay, and the Kultura display products, are they essentially products that your suppliers present, offer, or are some of the products things that you and your team, Sheila, would request suppliers to do special order?
So there is always going to be, from our merchandising team, there is going to be a sort of like a product development that's happening behind the scene, right? So they will present some of the products that they have. At the same time, there is a product development with them, right? Especially for fashion and all. So there's an ongoing product development meetings with the suppliers, and at the same time, our suppliers are also very innovative, and they come up with new products that they would present to us. So it goes both ways.
Okay, what about for Christmas? Because yesterday someone asked my wife, "Do you have a pattern for making a fabric Christmas tree?" And I'm like, "Fabric Christmas tree? Are you going to migrate?" Because that is something that OFWs would like to have. What's up for Christmas at Kultura stores?
So, well, in terms of the Christmas, if you like, we have this we've been selling this, I think, for the past 2 to 3 years. We have this foldable parol. So basically, if you're somebody from abroad, you cannot bring the kapis parol, right? Because it's going to get really destroyed while in transit. So we have this foldable parol that you can just fold it and put it in your suitcase, and you can bring that abroad. And a lot of our balikbayans buy that parol to have that Christmas spirit, the Filipino Christmas spirit abroad. So it's continuously our product, especially for Christmas. So we centered towards kapis, ratans, rafias, and there's a wide range of materials in terms of our Christmas decors.
Okay, now I don't know if you have memorized the SM jingle. We got it all for you. Paano yung gustong mag-ship
True.
abroad? Do you have a facility for OFW who buy and want to ship abroad?
Yes, we do. We have already started that ever since during the pandemic. That actually we pivoted to that thing. So we already have that. We have that facility already that we can ship abroad.
Okay, so shop at Kultura, choose your wild, and then go to the counter, and you guys will arrange for the shipment.
Yes, we do. We will.
Any particular?
So we also have personal shoppers.
Okay, go ahead.
So we also have first, if ever that you want to like from abroad. So what you can do is we have this. We can do personal shopper with you, and then what we can do is we can facilitate and ship it for you. So it's like all you have to do is just drop us an email or call us, and then what we can do is we can present all the products to you and whatever you need, and we can facilitate it and we can ship it for you.
Wow, so you really have everything covered. Is there anything new or surprise for the coming season from Kultura? Because every time I go there, I discover something new. If it's not chocolate, candy, or souvenirs, it's a. I even saw CDs. Yes, I know
Yes.
CDs are outdated, but yung generation ko CDs pa rin kami.
Well, we I think as a lifestyle retailer, we have to continuously provide something new to the market. So it's an ongoing process for us that we look for new products, we come up with new products, and then for this Christmas season, come visit us. You find, like as you said, we got it all for you, right? So there's a
Mhm.
complete range from gifts to personal to personal um to personal gifts to gifts to others. So we have it. We have the complete range that you can find in our Kultura store.
Okay, so it's going to be a very interesting Christmas at Kultura. And last question, what are the hottest selling items for both local and OFWs at Kultura?
Well, you know, que- one thing that our like in terms of the items that they normally buy, right? It's really our Filipinianas and the barongs, right? So they
Mm-hmm.
really, every time they're back home, especially our balikbayans, they would buy a range of Filipinianas and barongs for them to wear abroad, especially for parties, for weddings, and all. So they normally, that is one of our top sellers. And then at the same time, our Philippine pearls, and at the same time, our souvenir products, and also food. Really, the food is really, we're growing our food our segment at the same time, because it's becoming a very, like, one of our top sellers in our store.
Yeah, you're talking, of course, about chocolates, chocolate,
Chocolates, dried
and mango.
mangoes, yeah. And then there's a whole range. So we have chips, we have coffee, we have tea, we have um, chocolates, at the same time mangoes, banana chips, the whole range. When
Well,
we're continuously expanding that.
Well, Sheila Tan, congratulations, because under your leadership and the vision of Tessie C. Coson, Kultura has evolved from a simple souvenir store. It has now become a lifestyle outlet, and it has leveled up all things Filipino, from especially the barong. That last photo we showed, it has
Yeah.
made the barong so fashionable, and of course our food, etc. So congratulations, and thank you for joining us this morning. God bless your work.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, that's Sheila Tan, and we will continue our feature on Kultura. But when we return after the break, we're going to talk to two of their suppliers and learn about their journey of as an individuals, and then their journey into their businesses and into hooking up with Kultura, and what that experience has been like here on Agenda.
Kultura is not just a staple store for unique Filipino products in malls. It is also an avenue for micro, small, and medium enterprises or MSMEs to showcase their products and offerings to consumers. Some of these MSMEs include the Filipiniana clothing store Nuevo Ystilo and the local woven handicraft store HCR. These products from MSMEs are not just being sold in Kultura stores, but they're also showcased in exhibits like the Filipino Design Studio. Kultura said it is proud their supply chain is built through partnerships with MSMEs across the country. What are the other benefits MSMEs can get from partnering with major supply chain stores like Kultura? Let's discuss this on today's agenda.
Growing up from a family who makes Filipiniana apparel, Ella Santos-Sol was inspired by her grandmother who used to export embroidered linens. This also influenced her undergraduate thesis when she was a student at the University of Asia and the Pacific. In 2009, Santos-Sol's thesis came to fruition when she founded Nuevo Ystilo, a modern Filipiniana clothing store. Helen Rulloda had a high-paying job in an exporting company based in Hong Kong for over 25 years. She then left this job to champion and bridge small woven baskets enterprises to local communities. Rulloda eventually established HCR Handicrafts, which also provides opportunities to the locals in La Union who lost their job due to the pandemic.
Good morning, Helen and Ella. Welcome to the program agenda. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Good
Good
morning,
morning.
Mr. Cito. Thank you for having us.
Okay, I'll start with you, Ella, and I'm surprised because it's not every day you hear the stories of whatever happened to the graduate of so and so. And you, Ella, obviously you graduated from Asia and Pacific, and most people who graduate there, parang meron kaming business management, etc., but then become employees. You ventured to putting up a very challenging business. How did you decide on that, and what was the process like?
It started with my grandmother establishing the brand Rafaela under SM Philippine Craft. Earlier, you mentioned with Miss Sheila that it was a small portion of SM department store, Philippine Craft. So that's where she is. So for 40 years already, she's been supplying to Kultura. And then as my thesis, I wanted to develop the modern Filipiniana line for Kultura. So my dad and I, together with the merchandisers of Kultura, 15 years ago, we conceptualized this Nuevo Ystilo, which is a modern Filipiniana line that will be launched in Kultura. So our first branch was in SM Mall of Asia.
Mm-hmm. And then what was the reception like?
At first, the people were hesitant. It wasn't doing so well. But then now, 10 years after, it's selling like hotcakes. There's an overwhelming demand for modern Filipiniana, especially after the pandemic. And with the penetration of the international market because of the e-commerce platform that Kultura has developed during the pandemic, the modern Filipiniana business under Kultura is very much high in demand.
Okay,
But before parang walang pumapansin nun eh.
I'm curious.
Brand.
So online shopping or e-commerce really boosted the sale of Nuevo Ystilo.
Yes.
Okay, now Helen, you were in Hong Kong. Many people I know who make it to Hong Kong, especially in export, parang hello, I'm sticking it out here. I'm better here. What was your experience like? Why did you go to baskets and communities, etc.?
Sir, I think it's a calling. I feel like it's my calling today, Lord. I was yet young when I'd seen my neighbors, including my relatives, weaving baskets in our community. And I dreamed that one day I will tap the enterprise to become business that will benefit the weavers to our community. God has prepared me for that by working in Hong Kong-based export firm. And then one day I went home to the province on vacation. And again, I'd seen my neighbors and weavers weaving baskets. Right then and there, God has placed the burden and compassion in my heart. I thought of helping them by providing them a continuous order. That's when I realized my calling, sir. When I went back to Manila, I brought at least 5 handcrafted baskets and shown to different malls in Manila. And that's how HCR Handicrafts began its entrepreneurial journey.
Okay, now the question is, matanong ko, okay, ganito na lang kasi medyo ang hirap mag-ping-pong, Helen, dalawa kayong ano. But matanong ko lang, you went to Manila, dala mo yung mga baskets mo. Did you ever imagine how did you make the connection to Kultura?
Nothing, sir. I just bring the samples to their office, to the sampling department. At
Okay.
nagustuhan po ng Kultura.
Nagustuhan nila.
Yes,
Pero
sir.
sandali.
It was SM Inc. before, not Kultura yet.
Okay. Ngayon, so dinala mo yung sample doon.
Yes,
magustuhan nila yung sample.
Yes, sir. And they
gaano
placed an order.
How much was the order? Kasi kung 10, okay lang. 100, okay lang. But if they place an order for 1,000, baka nataranta ka na.
No, sir. Konti pa lang ang branches noon ng Kultura, sir. So, kaya naman i-produce yung order nila.
Okay, paano? Because my wife was in this line of work. She was used to be quality control for export companies for fabric. I mean, not for ano ba yung tawag, clothing, etc., hats. And ang complaint lagi sa Pilipinas is quality control. How did you manage quality control? Because I know Kultura is very strict about quality control.
Yes, sir. Kinakausap ko ang mga weavers also, sir, to produce a quality baskets. It must be a finely weaved baskets, and it must be durable and beautiful, sir. And we maintain the quality, and that's why nagtagal po kami sa Kultura.
Okay, now about you, Ella. How big was your first order?
It was just one branch at first, and then it was just one wall in Kultura. And then the following month, we started with 3 branches, and then until now, after 15 years, we now have up to 30 branches with Kultura. So the demand is really overwhelming, but Kultura has helped us also to help the communities and the weavers that we help in the indigenous in the provinces that we reach out to, and the indigenous people also, because we have hand painting, hand embroidery, hand weaving. So because of Kultura, we are able to help also these communities.
Okay, now you were featuring products of Nuevo Ystilo, but are your products strictly for women, or are you women talaga?
Women, yes, women barongs, women tops, women dresses. So that's our brand in Kultura. There's another brand for men naman.
Okay, now what is the reaction of your buyers? Do they make suggestions? Do they tell you, can you just change these buttons, etc., or it's really something
RTW.
RTW?
All provided for already.
Okay, for those of you who don't know what RTW means, it's ready to wear. Kasi salita po yan ng generation ko. Okay, hindi generation nila Ella. Now, Helen, you started with baskets. But
Yes,
what are your ano na yung mga products mo ngayon that you offer to Kultura?
Aside from baskets, sir, nag-grow kami into hampers, the bigger items, sir, planters, hampers, and then may mga iba pang items ng La Union. That's why nag-sample din po ako ang mga bamboo items, like the color bamboos and different bamboo items from La Union, sir. So aside from the baskets, the labtang baskets, we provide also bamboo baskets from La Union.
Okay, so karamihan ng products mo talaga either baskets, hampers,
Yes, sir.
lalagyan, storage
Yes, sir.
items.
Home decors,
home
storage
dec-
items, home decors. Yes,
Okay,
yes.
home decor. Now, is it something that is a profitable business, or is this ministry for you? Because you were saying earlier that you did it because you felt that this is what you had to do for your community.
Yes, sir. Both profitable also, but hindi naman ganon kalaki ang kinukuha ko na profit, sir. Pero yung nakakatulong ka sa communities, because we are helping now 6 communities in La Union, sir. And about more or less 50 to 60 families weaving baskets, both labtang and bamboo baskets.
Meron ka bang brand, Helen? Kasi I know the store is Kultura, but and Ella, your products are called Nuevo Ystilo or the New Style. But sa'yo, Helen, ano ang pangalan ng mga baskets? The reason I'm asking is para tangkilikin or for people to buy this because they're not supporting Helen Rulloda, they're supporting 50 to 60 families in La Union.
Yes, sir. We just call our baskets labtang and bamboo baskets from Aringay, La Union.
Okay, so tatanong lang ng mga shoppers, alin ba dito yung mga baskets galing sa La Union?
La Union, yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
now, Ella, what's new or what's in the future for Nuevo Ystilo? Because I'm sure fashion it changes. Sometimes every 5 years, sometimes every 2 years, kuminsan 1 year lang tumatagal. What about your RTW products in Kultura?
Yep. One of the advocacies of our brand is slow fashion. So it's really the items that we develop are timeless. Kasi since it's Filipiniana, also using abaka, pinya, and these are parang before pa ginagamit na sa mga barong. So the formal wears, we always evolve it with the silhouette, but the same embroidery, the same technique, the same weaving, the same painting. So it's just mainly the silhouette that we're changing for formal wears. But we are also venturing into modern fabrics, more wearable, pang casual, like cotton, like that. Para for everyday also for office, like how user wear office barongs every day. So parang for women also, we want that to happen. For women to wear also women barongs in the office. And not just in the office, but when going out with their friends to lunch or to parties, like that. And also to be able to bring abroad. So mainly, we maintain the techniques, the embroidery, painting, but the silhouette and the fabric, that's what we change to keep it also timeless pa rin.
Yeah, that's great to know because some of the one of the obstacles for people really patronizing the concept of barongs is that you have to have them dry clean. So now you're going into cottons or cotton blends, etc. May alam din ako. May alam akong konti. Cotton blends, etc. Makes them easy for care, for washing, etc. Now, and ironing. Do you sell primarily tops and jackets, or is it or skirts? Paano ba ang lineup ng Nuevo Ystilo with Kultura?
We have gowns for formal wears. We have barong tops. We also have pants, skirts, and basically everything. Like what you said, SM, we got it all. If you need formal, if you need casual, if you need tops for formal, we have it.
Okay, well, I think that about covers it now, Helen. Are you going to be expanding your business, or are you going to be going to other products for Kultura? Nakamute ka, Helen.
Yes,
Ayun.
sir. Actually, I just joined the Manila Fame last October 21.
Oh,
And yun, there are other clients, sir,
ayun. So,
interested to our products. And
nakakatulong na may association ka with Kultura because it
yes,
gives
sir.
you credibility as a supplier and they know you're reliable.
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, I think that about covers it all, ladies. We got it all. So, pwede na tayong magpaalam. But thank you very much for this short interview with you, Ella and Helen. Especially you, Helen. Thank you for what you are doing for communities who otherwise would have to find other ways to sell their products, and nakakatulong ka sa maraming pamilya. And of course, for you, Ella, congratulations. You serve to inspire people of your generation that they can get into fashion and they can go into Philippine fashion and be recognized for your work. May God bless both of you and bless the work of your hands. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. God bless.
So,
Okay, we'll go now to our final blessing for this week. And it comes from the book of Matthew. It is from Matthew chapter 6, verse 25. Therefore, I tell you, stop being worried or anxious, perpetually uneasy, distracted about your life as to what you will eat or what you will drink, nor about your body as to what you will wear. Is life not more than food and the body more than clothing? Yan po, reminder ni Lord sa atin, it is okay to think of your future, to work hard, but don't worry because as several pastors have pointed out, even my friend Peter Tanchi of CCF has pointed out, worrying is a sin because it essentially says you don't trust God. So stop worrying, enjoy your weekend, and don't forget to observe the Sabbath, go to church, and of course, spend time with your family. I'm Cito Beltran, thanking you for joining us this week. God willing, we'll see you next week for better programs, more entertainment, and education here on Agenda. Please keep it here on One News.